Hello guys, I am right now in the Moto Cave, in the Moto Villa, and today is a very important day. You know why? Because we are going to add one more motorcycle to our garage, and this one is a cracker of a motorcycle. I mean, very frankly, every bike is amazing, because they're so well engineered, and of course, every bike has its own purpose. Now, talking about purpose, this bike has a very specific purpose. So when you see it, you'll understand. But let me give you the hint. It is there to decimate corners. Of course, it depends on the rider, how good he or she is. But this bike is well above the capability of 99.9999% of people on planet Earth. We have here the Ninja H2, which is the world's fastest production motorcycle, and as you know that this is not really meant for the corners, because it sits somewhere between the ZX10R or the Hayabusa and a leader class motorcycle. So it's not light, but it's not that heavy. It's bloody fast, but unfortunately it is not as fast as around corners as if you would want it to be if you want to do a track day. Kawasaki has its own caption, built beyond belief. So this is what it is. Now, just to give you a small tour of this place, this is called the Moto Park, because all our scale models are parked here, and somewhere over here there is a bike which is the predecessor of the bike that I'm getting today. So, but of course there are a lot of bikes here, so keep guessing. Let me put it this way, that bike is an apex predator. Talking about predator, this helmet here, I don't know if you can see, it's in the dark, hidden in the dark. So this is one of my favorite helmets. It's like around 12 years old, and I think this was the first helmet that I got. The Predator helmet officially in India, it was long way back. Now it's actually got a real helmet inside. Now, talking about Predator, apex predator and those kind of things, there is another thing which I want to tell you is that we have recently added a new thing in our arsenal, like a weapon in our arsenal, and that also is a Predator, and this is what I am talking about here. Here is the Acer Predator Helios 300 that we have. This one is there out to decimate. Look at this. All the zing bang, everything. This laptop knows how to do it. And look at the back of the laptop. I mean, this looks like my favorite car, my dream car, a Lamborghini. And unfortunately, it does not look like a sports bike, or maybe. You never know. But I've just gotten used to this laptop. I'm still transferring my data from the earlier one. And this one is pretty light. It feels more solid. And of course, it has got an amazing graphic card and the processor. So everything is great about this laptop. It's faster than before. I mean, this is one of the fastest laptops that I've ever owned. So I'm hoping that the videos, 4K videos especially, will be a little easier to edit. And of course, gaming. So we'll talk about the Predator later on, the laptop. Now is the time to actually go to the showroom to get our new superbike. So let's get the H2 rolling. So in case you don't know about the Moto Villa, it's basically the XBHP headquarters. XBHP is India's largest, most popular motorcycling platform, and we wanted to build something which is really different, and that's why, and something that would teach us a lot of things. This door, as you can see here in front of me, says swipe right to exit, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to swipe right and exit here. We need a little bit more momentum. Yes. Are you excited?
I'm very, very excited.
Okay.
I'm so excited that I'm losing on my words.
Good. Alright guys, let's go. Hello everyone, here we are at the Kawasaki West Delhi showroom today for another momentous occasion. Well, another occasion I would like you all to be a part of. I've never kept my affinity for riding on the racetracks hidden. I've ridden around the world on Sepang, Catalonia, Misano and many more other racetracks. But riding on the racetracks is a different kind of a feeling. A feeling that is best experienced on a motorcycle that suits the purpose. By the grace of God, I've added some stellar motorcycles to what I'm calling my dream garage. It is a work in progress and God willing, it will always be, and that is how I like it. Well anyway, Build Up must have given away the fact that I'm getting another motorcycle just for the racetracks, and this time I'm going green. Well, I had a serious realization a few weeks ago when I went on the track after 2 years on the Booth International Circuit, and although I rode 3 of my motorcycles over there in one day, the Hayabusa, the Ninja H2 and the Rocket 3R. None of them were track bikes. And then I went ahead and got myself a KTM RC8R, which is one of the most iconic and rarest track bikes you can get. However, that will not stay in my stable for too long, I believe, because no matter how good it rides, it still is a collector's machine. And I am really not a collector of motorcycles. So it was time to get a dedicated machine that was built for the track, but it will also do very well on the road. Now, many of you might be wondering why I chose the Kawasaki ZX10R. Well, outside of the prototype class, that is MotoGP, WSBK is the pinnacle of motorcycle racing. And that stage has been dominated by this motorcycle for a very long time. It is a motorcycle that is not a chart topper on paper, but Kawasaki has made this motorcycle into a platform that is a winning package. Another factor here is more of a personal thing. The Ninja H2 that you see over here is one of my favorite motorcycles of all time, and one which I've ridden extensively. The world knows that it is a stellar motorcycle. But more than that, Kawasaki themselves acknowledge that they outdid themselves. And that is why it has the river mark on its forehead. The only other motorcycle bestowed with that honor is this one right here, the Kawasaki ZX10R with the Kawasaki River Mark logo. And not to mention the fact that it looks a bit like the H2 as well. Last but not the least, the price. The ZX10R is very good for what it's priced at in India, but it undercuts some of the competition by a lot of money. In the real world, the difference is a few tenths or maybe a second. That too is dependent on how you decide to go about maximizing the package that you get. It has more than enough to saturate the riding skills of 99.9% of riders out there. But if you really think about how many of us will be actually looking to race this professionally on a racetrack, 5-10 horses give or take here or there or a few kgs actually don't matter, but a few lakhs surely do. भाई यहाँ पे मैं अभी अपने प्रिय मित्र शटरवेदी जी को यहाँ पे बुलाना चाहता हूँ, बिकॉज उनके पास भी एक कावासाकी है और ये एक ग्रैंड एंट्री मारने वाले हैं यहाँ से. सो शटरवेदी जी, यहाँ पे तो कावासाकी है, ऑब्वियसली कावासाकी शोरूम में.
आई हैव बीन अ कावाकर ऑल माई लाइफ. मतलब मैंने अभी ये थोड़ी देर पहले रियलाइज़ करा है, क्योंकि मेरी जो फर्स्ट बाइक थी दैट आई बॉट फ्रॉम माई ओन मनी वॉज द कावासाकी बजाज कैलिबर.
अच्छा.
देन आई शिफ्टेड टू कावासाकी निंजा 250, देन कावासाकी निंजा 650, देन आई हैव
हाउ यू लाइकिंग इट? मतलब
इट हैज़ गॉट द राइट अमाउंट ऑफ पावर. जो आपका राइडिंग स्टांस है बहुत कंफर्टेबल है, बहुत ज़्यादा अटेंशन ग्रैबिंग नहीं है अनलेस कि आप इसका एग्जॉस्ट चेंज कर दो. इट्स अ वेरी डेली पर्पस बाइक, येट इट हैज़ गॉट अ मॉन्स्टरस अमाउंट ऑफ पावर for anybody who is actually not very experienced. 125 bhp is awesome amount of power. The Kawasaki has played really well with the pricing of this particular bike. If you want to buy any other almost a liter class bike, you will have to spend a lot more money than what you spend to get this one.
दिस इज इट गाइज एंड अभी ऐसा करते हैं, थोड़ी सी राइड पे चलते हैं, वापस जा रहे हैं हम. 3 कावासाकी होगी इनलाइन 3 ऑन द रोड. ऑलराइट, लेट्स गो.